in county. Just as you have in the past provided wisdom for this board, we ask the wisdom would continue as they carry the responsibility of the fiscal affairs of this great county. We commit today's agenda to the good of our community and to your pleasure, Heavenly Father. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you.
We now have for our Pledge of Allegiance. We have leading us today is U.S. Navy veteran Dr. Karen Warner, having served as Chief Operating Officer at the Naval Health Clinic at the Paxton River Naval Air Station and Deputy Chief Medical Officer at the Bureau of Medicine and Surgery of Pensacola, Florida, Guam, Okinawa, Japan, 29 Palms, Sardinia, Italy, and the Pentagon during her 34 years of service. Dr. Warner, a resident of Benicia and the mother of two sons, is currently a professor at the University of Pittsburgh School of Nursing and a certified global nurse consultant for the International Council of Nurses. Dr. Warner, thank you for your service. Thanks for being here today.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dr. Warner.
Thank you both of you for being here. I appreciate it. That is a very impressive military career. So congratulations on an outstanding career. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve minutes number 1187 dated July 18th, 2024.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Magic?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes. Chief Clerk, are there any additional changes to be added to the agenda?
Yes, Commissioner. We added item E on our agenda is to add an MRA, to terminate a maintenance agreement with MRA and eliminate letter J from the original script, which was posted on the county website.
Thank you, Chief Clerk.
Thank you.
No word special. Yes.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would just like to take a moment to thank our sheriffs and our deputies. I don't know if you guys heard about this or not, but a couple of days ago, there was an apparent overdose outside the courthouse and a minor car crash, and our deputies were very quick to get on it. A citizen came over and reported the incident, and I would like to give a special shout out to Deputy Madison Rush, Deputy Victoria Picas, Deputy Christy Salzman, Deputy Robert Ricorn, as well as Scott Campbell from the booking center who was right outside and assisted the female in the crash. So great job, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Janice. At this time, we go to our agenda comments. We have two people signed up for the agenda comments. Again, I always like to specify there's two different comment sections in the Washington County Board of Commissioners meeting. Agenda comments, there was some confusion this morning. If you're coming here to speak on agenda, it's something specifically that the Washington County Commissioners are voting on. So this gives you the opportunity to say, I like that you're voting for X, or I don't like that you're voting for Y, or whatever your reason is. So we do that before the meeting. It gives us an opportunity to hear from you on what we're voting on. So at that, we have Joe Furjanik. Mr. Furjanik, podium is yours.
Over at the podium, or this is my first meeting here.
You all can say what you'd like.
Okay, thank you for taking the time to hear me out. My name is Joe Furjanik. I'm a resident of Fallowfield Township. Spent 30 years in the energy industry as a telecommunications technician. I retired in November 22, and I founded my own company, American Radio Professionals. We are a dealer for a couple of different brands. And I just wanted to make a few comments about the county going to a Motorola system and the possible exclusion of any other makes of radios other than Motorola. Kind of knew what I wanted to say here, and I'm kind of winging it, but You know, if you buy the system completely from Motorola, including subscriber units, which would be your walkie-talkies, et cetera, all that money goes to Schaumburg, Illinois, outside of Chicago. If you open it up and allow some other brands, you let some of your local companies like mine, like Crystal Sound, TRN in Monongahela, and we're the people that, when we're driving through North Charleroi and the North Charleroi Fire Department's passing the booth, we're the ones that stop and throw a $20 bill in that boot. We go to the Carroll Township Gun Bash and drop a couple $100 so they have money to run their trucks. We attend fundraisers throughout this county and support our first responders. So I just ask that rather than go with an exclusive all-in-one Motorola, you keep in mind your county businesses and those of us who support directly our local first responders. Thank you.
Next we have Ed Werner.
Yes, sir.
Ed, the podium is yours. Sorry, my mic was off if you couldn't hear me.
That's okay. I can hear you. Those of you, my name's Edward Brewer. I'm treasurer for Lone Pine Fire Department for the last 25 years. Been a member for 40 years. Me and Mr. Sherman have spoken about this. I'm looking out for Lone Pine and all the small fire departments, rural fire departments, and I'm looking out for the money end of it, the radios that have to be replaced. Me and Mr. Sherman have spoken about this. Now, you said you were going to send me paperwork, which I have not received yet. And so that's why I'm up here talking, because I'm not making any accusations or anything, but I like to see it in writing. Talk's cheap. So I'm not accusing anybody or anything of that. That's just from past history. I'd like to know how many radios are going to be replaced. We do not have that kind of money. Let's see here, what else is on my... Oh, I was speaking to the gentleman in the back from North Strabane. I would like to be on that committee. And I know I gotta watch what I wish for, you just might get it. But I'm retired now from West Penn Empire for 30 years as a lineman. So I have time to represent fire department, people that have to work all during the day, not fire departments, and nothing personal, gentlemen. The Route 19 corridor that have paid people, well, we don't. So, I mean, I'm doing all this on my own. Well, my president knows I'm doing this, and my chief. But that's pretty much it. I'm not looking for I have some sentiments for the gentleman that just spoke, that it would be nice to keep the money in Washington County. I've always believed in keep your money local, because there's corporations in this country got enough money. So I thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ed. Is there any response from my colleagues on this? No? Ed, the only thing that I would like to say to this is we're going to be voting on this today. I'll explain in detail then. I personally put that big vanilla folder in the mail to you last
Maybe I get it today, but
Tuesday.
It's been a week.
Okay, I personally put it in there, so if you don't get it today, you let me know, but it has been mailed to your house.
I guess if you vote on it and you pass it, if you do, I guess it really doesn't matter then, but Lone Pine doesn't have that kind of money, and I know there's other fire departments the same way.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, which brings us to old business.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Old business item A, bid award. Purchasing respectfully request the Commissioners award the Project 25 radio proposal system bid to Motorola Solutions, Inc., Chicago, Illinois. This award is contingent upon contract approval.
Second.
Mr. Chairman, I have a question on the motion. Now, if you approve this contract yet, have we read it, or are we aware of what's in it? We're gonna be asked to approve this contract, and I know that's Theo. We're asked to approve this contract, and we don't know the fixed numbers. We don't know.
Commissioner, there is a, we've had discussion on this, we've had discussion yesterday on this, we've had discussion for the last 5 months on this. There's been a motion on the table, I have seconded, I ask for roll call vote,
Okay,
please.
but I had a question on the motion, Mr. Chairman, and I listened to you, and I expect you to listen to me. I think this is important, but to vote on a contract, I'm not sure what it's gonna be. Is there a number here? Is it 21 million? Is it 25
Commissioner, we
million?
went into this in great detail yesterday for
No, we
hours. Your
didn't. We came here and
grandstanding
we
in
said
front of
about
the meeting,
coverage.
you know what, you
We
know.
said about coverage, we went in there and we talked about, well, it's gonna cost $1.5 million above this for 15 years. So anyways, I just have problems. We need it. I'm just talking about, we don't have any numbers. Our solicitor haven't looked at the contract, and we're gonna vote to approve a contract to give millions and millions of dollars to Motorola Solutions. Who, by the way, was the only person who did a proposal for it.
That is not true. There was 3 proposals,
And
if
we
you read it.
disqualified one right off the bat.
There was 3 proposals, that's not accurate.
No,
In
no,
addition to
it's
that,
true.
they did give us numbers, and then we said that we agreed on everything pending the solicitor's approval. And if it goes sideways from them, we can pull it. But you're grandstanding in front of these people, all these
I'm not
questions,
grandstanding,
all
Mr.
these
Chairman.
questions
I have a
were
right
answered
to ask
yesterday.
questions.
You
I
asked
have a
them
right to
yesterday.
ask questions.
They've been answered,
No, they have not been answered.
all right?
I asked the solicitor.
Chief Clerk, there has been a motion that has been put on the table. It has been moved. I have seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Maggi?
No.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Item B, rebid award, purchasing respectful request the Commissioners award the outdoor equipment, maintenance, and supplies rebid for John Deere service to Middletown Tractor Sales of Washington, Pennsylvania for a service rate of $105 an hour, inclusive of 5% to 10% discounted purchases. If approved, this contract will be effective August 1, 2024 through August 31, 2025, with the option to extend for 3 additional one-year periods unless otherwise terminated pursuant to a 30-day written notice. This was the lowest, most responsive, and responsible bid received.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Item C, bid awards, purchasing on behalf of Building and Grounds. Respectfully request the Commissioners award the recommended bid sections for vehicle repairs and maintenance to Washington Ford of Washington, PA, and Starlight Ford of Burgettstown, PA. These were the lowest, most responsive, and responsible bids received. If approved, this bid award will be effective August 1, 2024 through July 31, 2026, with the option to extend for 1 additional year period.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Item D, bid award. Purchasing respectfully request the Commissioners award the bid for coffee and equipment to Belfour's Coffee Company, Washington, PA, at the recommended costs. If approved, this contract will be effective August 1, 2024 through July 31, 2025, under the same contract terms and conditions with no remaining options to extend.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Item E, bid awards. Purchasing on behalf of Buildings and Grounds respectfully request the Commissioners award the bid for the paint and plaster repairs for all county buildings on an as-needed time and material basis to Steel City Plastering Inc., Cheswick, PA, and Mac Bracy Corporation, Washington, PA. If approved, this contract will be effective October 1, 2024 through September 30, 2025, with the option to extend for 1 additional one-year period.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Item F, contract purchase. Purchasing on behalf of Public Safety, respectfully request the Commissioners approve the purchase of hardware and software from Nokia of American Corporation, part of the PA state contract through CoStars 3. If approved, the estimated cost of $50,000 will be paid from Public Safety's operating budget.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes, before we go on to new business, we did vote for the old business for the purchasing of this Motorola program. And some people have showed up here today and asked questions about this. This has been a hot button issue. The last time this was launched, there was a bunch of rumors that got out. So for the first responders that are here, for the first responders that are listening, and for the first responders that will be paying attention to this, and really everyone in Washington County, I want to let you know right now what we voted on. Okay, this is improved coverage. This is taking this coverage in as the Homeland Security mandate of 95% coverage for portable handhelds. So we have to have that if we're going to be launching. This was guaranteed. This is a 300% increase in coverage from where we are right now. And these aren't people just making blatant statements. This is 2 nationally accredited communication engineering firms that came in and did where we are now and where we're going. So this is a 300% increase on that. I don't have my readers here, this is small. This is also engages interoperability. So what we're doing right now with this I-Core system, which is Motorola, we right now have 2 public safety communication buildings. We have the one here, we have another one offsite in case there's something catastrophic that happens. We will no longer have to pay and maintain 2 systems. What happens if something would happen to our system? We hit a switch and we then partner with Allegheny, Westmoreland, Beaver, Butler County. So this is full interoperability with all the other counties that we have. And then the hottest button topic that we have here of who had what and who didn't. Right now in the contract, as it sits, it covers the portable radios that you will need, it covers the rider units that you will need, and it covers all the control stations that you will need as well. So again, so we're abundantly clear of what we voted for on this contract as it sits. The portables are included to no cost to Lone Pine or North Germain or all the other people that showed up. Your portables are covered. Your rider units, your trunk units are covered.
Base.
The base.
Trucks.
Trunks.
Trucks. Trucks.
For your trucks.
For the truck.
The rider units, the trunk system that goes in the trucks are covered. In addition to that, the control stations that go in your fire departments, go in the police departments, that go in the EMS systems is all covered.
Pagers.
Let's be abundantly clear. There's pagers in this as well. Yes, the pager system will most likely not be changed. You're going to continue with the pager system you have. There is an ability to change and make that 800. We're looking at the finances of where it is now. Most likely, you'll stay with your changes because, frankly, they work. So that's where we're at. To be abundantly clear, you're hearing it from me. I'm saying it on the record, being videotaped, being audio taped, what we voted on today, the Motorola proposal that we passed out to you, the radios are covered on this. So again, the dozens of phone calls I got that we can't afford this, the ARPA funding that we're going to be using for this covers the radios, portables, everything, okay? So I just want to be abundantly clear while the reporters in the room, while I'm on the record, I'm stating that. We've given this out to anyone that would like to take it. So this is a short glimpse of this. In addition, this for full transparency, after we finalize the contracts, they will all be available to you. This is your tax dollars that paid for this. We will make them available to each and every person that asks for them once the solicitor is done reviewing it with the finalization of it. So again, I thank the first responders for that, and I would be remiss if I didn't thank the Communications Task Force Board that we have, the Public Safety Task Force Board. You guys don't get paid for this. Some of you in the room today, you work tirelessly on this. You've taken time away from your family and away from your jobs, and I thank you for working on this. Your time for public comment, unfortunately, is over. If you'd like to see me afterwards, I'd love to talk to you. Sure. With that, we're going to move on to new business.
I have something to say. Mr. Chairman, I don't disagree with your whole thing. I have a problem with the contract. We have 2 sentences here that we're voting on, and we don't know. You sent it to Mr. Brewer. I'm not sure. I've not seen anything in there yet. You're saying it's in there. I'll believe it's in there, but we've not seen nothing. We're doing a contract. We're approving a contract. I know what it says there, Nick, but I haven't seen the contract. Our solicitor hasn't approved the contract, and the costs aren't all final. That's my problem. I have not a problem with anything you said. I have a problem with us voting on a 2-sentence contract with no cost. It is taxpayers' dollars. You are correct. Lots of taxpayers' dollars.
Thank you, Commissioner. Appreciate the comment. New business, please.
Thank you. Chief Clerk, respectfully request the Commissioners approve the appointments of Lauren Czar and Rob Dunn to the Library System Board and the reappointments of Robert Bazant and John Lakovic to the Southwest Corner Workforce Development Board.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Chief Clerk, on behalf of the Washington County Industrial Development Authority, respectfully request the Commissioners adopt a resolution of authorizing project financing with Burgettstown Road Associates LLC, the borrower, and Crane One Services, Inc., the lessee, for the construction of approximately 30,000 square feet of a manufacturing facility at the Ridge Road Industrial Park in Robinson Township. The project will be financed through an industrial development revenue note in the principal amount of $5 million, and no county funds are required.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Chief Clerk, on behalf of the Redevelopment Authority, respectfully request the Commissioners approve a lease termination between the county and David R. and Kathy Friend as it relates to the ground lease dated November 1991 and updated December 2023. The lease is for the airport hangar located at 325 Airport Road in South Franklin Township, and request the board to enter into an amended ground lease and an amended commercial agreement with Hangar One LLC, the buyer. The term of the new lease is 29 years and 6 months from the date of the agreement, pending the approval of the county solicitor.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Chief Clerk, respectfully request the Commissioners approve an agreement with Peacock Keller LLP for legal services relating to the Blight Mitigation and Demolition Fund program. The cost will be $200 per hour for attorney's fees and $100 per hour for paralegal fees. This agreement will be effective August 1st, 2024 through December 31st of 2025.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Chief Clerk, respectfully request the Commissioners terminate the county's maintenance agreement with MRA Inc., dated August 24th, 2023, for the countywide public safety radio system project, and authorize the county solicitor to notify MRA of the board's decision.
Mr. Chairman, I have a question on this. We got this last night at 4:42 PM. I'm not sure what this applies to. Is this a maintenance contract we have with them, or it applies to the prior radio contract?
Prior radio contract, if we're awarding a contract, we need to
Thought this was
cancel.
already done.
No, we were waiting because we didn't want to cancel the contract. That way we wanted to hold the new bidder's feet to the fire that it wouldn't get away from us for bidding. We wanted to make sure that people were kept on the same page.
I know we didn't discuss this. It got it last night. I just was not sure what it was pertaining to.
This is we discussed it months ago, but we couldn't cancel until we awarded. Well, we decided not to cancel until we awarded. Second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
No.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Planning Commission respectfully request the Commissioners approve a revised license agreement with the National Pike Trail Council for access to tunnel number 4 from Route 40 in Buffalo Township. The revised agreement allows for construction and maintenance of the tunnel, drainage, and trail that passes through the tunnel. This revision will also allow for maintenance of a drainage swell, which will serve to convey stormwater from Route 40 under the access road.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice? Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Planning Commission respectfully requests the Commissioners approve the PennDOT Bridge Consultant Policy and Procedures for use of federal and state funds for bridge rehabilitation and replacement.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Planning Commission respectfully requests the Commissioners approve the ECMS with HRG for the design of the rehabilitation of Pike Number 1 Bridge located in Cole Center Borough. The cost will be $580,874.31 and will solely be paid with federal funds. Approval also certifies the Chair of the Board of Commissioners to be the signing authority for the agreement.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Finance, on behalf of Elections, respectfully request the Commissioners approve and ratify a grant application with the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, DCED, for the Election Integrity Grant Program as established under Act 88 of 2022. The application is in the amount of $749,266.95 and will be for the period of July 1st, 2024 through June 30th of 2025.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Finance, on behalf of Public Safety, respectfully request the Commissioners approve a grant application with Norfolk Southern for their Safety First program. The grant will be up to $15,000 and will be used to repair or replace existing weather stations throughout the county.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Finance, on behalf of Public Safety, respectfully request the Commissioners approve a grant application with TC Energy for their Social Impact Program. The amount of the grant will be determined after application and will be used for either personal protective equipment or a larger project, depending on amount awarded.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Children and Youth Services respectfully request the Commissioners approve the provider agreements with the recommended vendors to provide preventative and court-ordered services to children, parents, and caregivers in the total amount of $2,619,533. These agreements are for the period of July 1st, 2024 through June 30th of 2025, and no additional county funds are required.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Children and Youth Services respectfully request the Commissioners approve provider agreements with Hughes Forensics and Behavioral Consultants, LLC, to provide risk of harm assessments for the period of July 1st, 2024 through June 30th of 2025. The contract authorization amount is $100,000, and no additional county funds are required.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Children and Youth Services respectfully request the Commissioners approve provider agreement addendums with Faith, Hope, and Charity Foster Care Agency to provide placement services for the period of July 1st, 2023 through June 30th of 2024. The contract authorization amount will be increased to $170,000, and no additional county funds are required.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Children and Youth Services respectfully request the Commissioners approve a provider agreement addendum with SpeakRight to provide transcription services for the period of April 1st, 2023 through June 30th of 2024. The contract authorization amount will be increased to $50,000, and no additional county funds are required.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Children and Youth Services respectfully request the Commissioners approve provider agreement addendums with CSI Corporate Security and Investigations, Inc. to provide location services for missing and runaway youths, as well as victims of human trafficking, for the period of July 1st, 2023 through June 30th, 2025. The contract authorization amount will be increased to $500,000, and no additional county funds are required.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Children and Youth Services respectfully request the Commissioners approve a provider agreement addendum with Families United Network, Inc. to provide placement services for the period of June 1st, 2023 through June 30th, 2024. The contract authorization amount will be increased to $110,000, and no additional county funds are required.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Children and Youth Services respectfully request the Commissioners ratify and approve the submission of county assurance of financial commitment and participation associated with the needs-based plan and budget for the period of July 1st, 2025 through June 30th of 2026. The county match requirement is approximately $6 million, which is based on a projected budget of $41,192,962.
Second.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice? Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Behavioral Health and Developmental Services respectfully request the Commissioners approve the provider agreements in the total amount of $2,232,130 with the recommended vendors for the period of July 1st, 2024 through June 30th of 2025, and no additional county funds are required.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Behavioral Health and Developmental Services respectfully request the Commissioners approve the provider agreements in the total amount of $2,128,500 with the recommended vendors for the period of July 1st, 2024 through December 31st of 2024, and no additional county funds are required.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Human Services respectfully request the Commissioners approve an agreement with the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank to administer the State Food Purchase Program for the period of July 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2025, in an amount up to $300,000, and no county funds are required.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice? Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Human Services respectfully request the Commissioners approve a purchase of service agreement with the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank to provide shelf-stable food boxes for the food insecure population for the period of July 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2025. The contract authorization amount is up to $11,000, and no additional county funds are required.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Before I vote on this, I want to acknowledge Dr. Timigi. He's our Human Services Director. You guys did an amazing job on this. I know years ago, this was always like this delicate dance of where does Food Helpers of Washington County come in, where does Greater Pittsburgh Area Food Bank that came down to help and got a lot more services for us. And there's always been this delicate dance that we've done. And you really threaded the needle here. I mean, it was an amazing job. I know that you guys, what people don't realize a lot of times when we're voting on these things is just the yes, yes, yes. You guys worked tirelessly on this. And this is getting food to the food insecure in Washington County. I mean, you guys did such a great job. The impossible happened. Food Helpers is really happy with this contract. Greater Pittsburgh Area Food Bank is really happy with this contract. We're getting way more food distributed to the food insecure in Washington County. And you guys really, really worked a ton on this. So to you and your team, I just wanted to give you a hats off and congratulations on this. I know this was a lot of work and a lot of moving parts, and you really landed this plane. This was excellent. So good job at that. I commend you and I vote yes on this.
Thank you so much. It was a collective effort, and we just do appreciate those kind words.
Absolutely. Sorry.
Human Services respectfully request the Commissioners approve an assurance of compliance associated with the Human Services Block Grant application for the period of July 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2025. The funds are provided by the Pennsylvania Department of Human Services, and no county funds are required.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Human Services respectfully request the Commissioners approve a grant allocation agreement with the Pennsylvania Department of Human Services for the Medical Assistance Transportation Program in the amount of $2,742,622 for the period of July 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2025, and no county funds are required.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice? Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Human Services respectfully request the Commissioners approve the entering into opioid settlement funding agreements in the amount of $225,000 with the recommended providers. These agreements are subject to the approval of the county solicitor.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Purchasing respectfully request the Commissioners authorize the advertising for proposals for the parking lot expansion project for the Crossroads Center building.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice? Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Purchasing respectfully request the Commissioners authorize the advertising for proposals for industrial commodities for Washington County.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice? Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Purchasing respectfully request the Commissioners authorize the advertising for proposals for bread products for the Washington County Correctional Facility.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice? Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Purchasing on behalf of Human Services respectfully request the Commissioners authorize the advertising of a request for applications for child care center operators.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice? Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Purchasing respectfully request the Commissioners approve a modification to the existing agreement between Washington County and the Washington County Authority to provide broadband project management services. This agreement will be effective on June 1st, 2024, and will remain in force until the project's completion, unless terminated earlier in accordance with the established terms and conditions.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice? Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Purchasing on behalf of the courts respectfully request the Commissioners approve a proposal for a scanning and indexing project for trifold packets and larger format books with Scantech Inc., the contract of record. Total estimated cost will be $798,024.60 for both the Prothonotary and Register of Wills. Project expenses will be paid using ARPA funds.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice? Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Purchasing on behalf of Corrections respectfully request the Commissioners approve a business associate and qualified service organization agreement with Prime Care Medical for the purpose of protecting medical information. This agreement will be effective July 8, 2024.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice? Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Purchasing respectfully request the Commissioners approve the setting up of an Easy Pass corporate account for Washington County.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice? Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Purchasing on behalf of the Planning Commission respectfully request the Commissioners approve an extension to the agreement with Gannett Fleming, Inc. for the purpose of yearly inspections of 10 Washington County dams at their submitted 2024 rate to be completed by December 15, 2024. This agreement will be effective August 1st, 2024, with available extensions for 2 additional one-year terms and will be funded from Planning's operating budget.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Purchasing on behalf of Public Safety respectfully request the Commissioners approve an addendum to the current Master Services Agreement with DQE Communications LLC for the purpose of providing a 5-site dark fiber ring, E-line circuit, and 4 internet circuits. The new monthly rate for service will be $10,350 per month, effective following completed installation for a period of 60 months.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice? Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Purchasing on behalf of Building and Grounds respectfully request the Commissioners approve 2 dumpster service agreements with Waste Management for temporary delivery and pickups for cleaning of the Caldwell and Courthouse Square buildings. Pickups will be performed upon departmental request. The cost will be $335 for each delivery $242.64 for each pickup, and there will be an additional cost of $41.76 per ton for disposal.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice? Mr. Sherman?
Yes. Good job, Chief Clerk. We know we threw a lot at you today. Appreciate that. We're now at this point of our commissioners' meeting to the public comment. Please be advised, the speakers, please be advised that the views and opinions expressed by the speakers during the public comment are exclusively those of the speakers and do not reflect or represent those of the Washington County Board of Commissioners and have not been verified. Our first speaker is Peggy Oliverio. I was close. Thank you, Peggy.
Good morning, everybody. We've been a resident of Washington, PA City. We actually live 6/10 of a mile from the courthouse. We have paid our taxes all those years. And this is only my second meeting, and I've never gotten up and talked. But when I got up this morning and I looked at the newspaper, I was really upset. After the city mission, the voting, and now this, it isn't what we're supposed to be. We are now going to pay $5,000 retainer for a lawyer, $475 per hour for the lawyer, $325 an hour for an associate for the lawyer, $150 for the paralegal, $950 that runs to, and for 8 hours, that's $7,600. That also doesn't include trips to Hershey, cost of everything, the messengers, delivering articles. I think it's time we come together. This all needs to stop. As I leave my house every day, I have to go the long way around this where I live because of the roads in the city. A hole of 2 years on Hall Avenue was just 2 weeks ago patched, and it's already sinking. We had one at our end of our road that was repaired 2 years ago, and within 6-9 months, it was tore out, and now it's clear across the street. We have the grass growing well beyond where we're supposed to in the neighborhoods. I have a friend that has called somebody and they have not received their call back, and he's very upset with it, and I will take that to that person. That money could do a lot of good for our city, is what I'm saying about the roads. And think about what our youth thinks of this. Our youth look up to us. Every day, they look up to the athletes, they look up to their parents, their family, their friends for guidance. Can't we be better roles for them? I'm thankful to hear the prayer and pledge that goes on at this meeting. When I came last time, I went and told everybody I was so proud of this committee that they opt to do that. We need more of that. And I thank you for the time and listening to me, and God bless.
Peggy, thank you. Next, we have the Honorable Jay Dunn.
I'm not very much of a speaker because I have some notes that I've made just in case I forgot something, but on behalf of the McGuffey area, and I'd like to thank the commissioners for all they've done for the western part of the county and getting the internet out in our area. And I represented the county for 28 years out on that end, and I'm not really familiar with, I do guilty, not guilty, not a lot of speaking, so I just had some notes that I wanted to take, and basically, it was a big thank you of what you've done for the community, the county out there, and the internet. And also, we have a National Pike Trail, and we have used the community service people. Cliff Warnick has been a great help for us to make that trail viable for the area. And the school district also has some needs out that way, especially for the internet, because, you know, out in West Finley and East Finley, they have very little computer service, and I know they've started out that and coming this way, but I'd just like to see it completed and everything that way. But and that's all I have to say. I didn't come to complain. I come to thank folks for all you've done, and hopefully we'll be able to continue doing what we do. Thank you.
Mr. Dutton is a retired magistrate for some years now, so.
No picture of my own.
Thank you for being, I had the honor to work in your courtroom for many years when you were filling in as a senior judge, and you were always a gentleman, and I appreciate you being here.
Thank you very much.
And yes, that's Ted's brother.
Next, we have Mayor JoJo Burris. Mayor.
Thank you. And this is just a follow-up to when I was at the agenda meeting the other day and brought up the cost for the curing of the ballots. I have a formal request for information because, again, I had a conversation with the chairman and I was told that if the state released monies for the budget to be able to pay for people to cure the ballots, it wouldn't be a problem. And in fact, suggested that I call the governor. Since then, we have got obviously a grant that you guys approved today for that, for the election integrity stuff. So the request that I'm making today is, again, what is the cost for ballot curing here in the county, which has been done throughout the years? And how will this money affect that cost? The next thing is, we heard talk about the cost of litigating, not allowing the ballots to be cured. Will any of this money be used for that? And as such, I'm going to just pass this over to the clerk because I just want consistent answers. It seems like whenever we have discussions that aren't documented, we get one answer. But when we get documentation for stuff, it changes. We need to make sure that we're being consistent in what we're doing when we're being fiscally responsible for our residents' monies and things like that. And I'm going to take some heat off of you to Miss Oliverio. I'll talk to you later about your streets and stuff like that because that's not theirs, that's mine. And I take that seriously, and I'm not going to have them get beat up over something that I need to be responsible for. So thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Next is Cliff Cochran. Mr. Cochran.
How are you? Good morning, everybody. I have the newspaper here. Woke up this morning, got the paper, $475 per hour. You know, been past president of union and negotiations. You talking about a sweetheart deal. This is pertaining to the vote counting. And I heard you, Mr. Sherman, on the radio the other day that I guess you had a meeting prior to this one. I can't remember the word that you used, argument meeting or whatever. And then you said that you were abiding by the law. And reading that law that says what you're supposed to do with the vote counting and where it goes how it's locked up under lock and key. And it seems like you're hanging it on that once those votes are put under lock and key, they're not examined no more to the board. And I'd be the board, are you three commissioners and director of the election board, am I correct to say that? And those 259 people that votes were cast out weren't counted. The solution to this problem, I think, would be, why don't the commissioners and the board of directors meet with those individuals prior to opening that box? You don't open the box till after the election, correct? Am I correct on that?
No, it opens at 7 a.m. on election morning.
Oh, well, okay, 7 in the morning. Why don't you, the commissioners and the board of directors, why don't you meet, send them notice to those 259 people and say, we're gonna open this box up for you to come in and correct what you need to correct, then lock it back up. You're not counting no votes, you lock it back up, with you sitting there with these people, just like the committee here, sitting in there, coming up and saying, hey, I'm so-and-so, show their ID, write it, correct it. Instead, you wanna pay an individual $475 an hour. This is not counting the expenses for traveling. I think that there's a solution to this problem, and I presented it to you. I wish you would think about that and rescind that and count those votes for those individuals. You talk about democracy. Democracy is vote, counting people voting.
Thank you. My colleagues have any responses to the public comments?
Solution.
Thank you, Cliff. Appreciate you coming in. Commissioners, the only response that I have then is, again, I appreciate everyone coming in. You know, Mayor, if you're concerned with this, you're an active member of the NAACP. This is the people that are suing us.
Wait a second, I'm a what?
I believe you're an active member of the NAACP.
Yeah, and what's that got to do with
They're
what I'm saying? I'm not, I have not talked, I don't talk to them about that.
They're the people suing us. So it's essentially your group, part of the
Wait a minute,
suing
what
us.
do you mean?
Wait, no.
You had your public chance. I'm responding. If you
No,
want
what
to
do you
talk
mean?
next
But you're
week.
making accusations that don't make,
Not an
I'll
accusation
go
at
defend myself with that, Nick. Just because I'm a member, don't mean I'm part of what they got going on. I haven't even talked to, I've been asked why I haven't been with them with anything like
They
this.
are the ones that are suing us. I would recommend that you
Well,
speak
did
to
you
them.
direct your question to the chairman or the president of that board?
I can't.
Not two black individuals sitting in the audience. Come on, Nick. Come on, Nick.
You're members of this, and I would respectfully.
Who
ask
said
if
that
you're
we were
concerned-
members?
I would respectfully ask if you're concerned with.
Just
talk
because
to
we're
your
black,
board,
who said we were members?
that you would talk to your board. I know that Jojo for a fact is a member.
I have no, I'll say that
So
for
was
a
I
fact.
incorrect in that?
But this isn't about my membership affair. It's about what you told me over the phone about what's going on. And that's what everything is
So I'm gonna
directed.
continue to say this.
Go ahead.
The Washington County Board of Elections will continue to abide by the law. I'm going to read you Section 1, Article 1 of Act 77. The very first thing that they talked about when they passed this law for voting, the County Board of Elections shall meet no earlier than 7 a.m. on Election Day to pre-canvass all ballots received. Section 1, Article 1. We will continue to follow the law. If you are not happy with the way this law is set forth, you need to contact your state representative, your state senator, and the governor's office and ask them to change it. We will continue to follow the law here in Washington County, period, the end. If this law changes, there's been plenty of laws that I don't like, that I follow, because I'm sworn to do so. If there's a change in the law, I suggest that we talk to our legislator. In addition to that, if we're not happy with the dollar amount with this, I would suggest that you talk to your regional directors and ask if they're willing to drop this lawsuit. They're more than welcome to meet with their legislators and ask for a change in the law. But there is no state law that usurps this as it sits right now. There's a bunch of decisions that judges make. Judges don't change the law. Only the legislator does. If you don't like the way this sits, you have to get the law changed. I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate your partnership on a bunch of projects that we've worked on and will continue to work on. That goes for everyone. I appreciate everyone coming in here, and whether you're pro or for what I'm talking to. We'll continue to have these conversations. That's what I'm paid to do as your county commissioner. But we will follow the law in Washington County. Article 1, Section 1 is what has been stated. Thank you for coming.
Mr. Chairman, I respectfully, in response to that, it's the will of the board. It's the majority who chose that. The other part is that's the interpretation. We got all our counties surrounding this are doing it. Apparently they're breaking the law too, is what you're saying. So I respectfully disagree. That's your interpretation. I'm not sure how Commissioner Janice feels about your interpretation of that. I do not agree with your interpretation.
That is not what you said back in May whenever you made this decision. You changed up. Quit talking out of both sides of your mouth and be consistent with what you
Joe, I
say.
would welcome you to check out this law, read it. I've been on the.
I understand what the law says, Nick, but I'm asking you to be honest with your answers and be direct instead of saying two different things, which is what you've
I don't show
done.
up and interrupt your meetings. I'd appreciate you not showing
Well,
up.
I don't show up and get it, and I wouldn't accuse you of being part of an organization to try to justify an argument either. I would respect that.
I thought you were a member there.
I am a member, but that has nothing to do with the information I requested today was off of direct conversations that me and you had, not anything to do with what's going within the
I want to bring
NYCP.
this report back to attention. Solicitor's report, please.
Mr. Chairman, I would recommend a motion that the county issue tax refunds in the amount of $3,692.63.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes. Announcement, Chief Clerk.
An executive session was held at 10 a.m. on Tuesday, August 13th, 2024, following the agenda meeting to discuss personnel, litigation, real estate negotiations. The next regularly scheduled Board of Commissioners meeting will be held at 10 a.m. on Thursday, September 19th, 2024, in this room. The regularly scheduled salary and retirement boards will immediately follow this meeting. All county offices will be closed Monday, September 2nd, 2024, in observance of Labor Day.
Thank you very much, Chief Clerk. There be no more business to be brought before this board. We stand adjourned. Thank you.
How you doing? How you doing? Oh, not too bad.
So, you were at Pax River? I have a very good friend who spent his career there as the.